Mongols, you owe us some money.
Not only did the Mafia order the Mongols to pay for the lost lab, they issued a bigger, sweeping demand. Because many of the new recruits working part-time for the Mongols had ties to the Mexican Mafia, the Mafia demanded a percentage of all the Mongols' drug sales.
They see these other Latino kids joining the Mongols as people who have affiliation towards them. The Mexican Mafia went, wait a minute, you're selling drugs and you're working with the Mongols and you're kicking back money to the Mongols? The Mongols are gonna pay us a drug tax.
A representative from the Mexican Mafia paid a visit to the Mongols' president, Doc Cavazos.
And he says to me, well, you guys need to pay your tío, which is uncle in Spanish. And I said, well, I'm not giving my tío anything. I explained to him that's not what we're about, and that we are not giving up a penny.
Cavazos later called together his Mongol army to take a vote that would determine the gang's fate.
I asked him, what do you want to do? Meaning, do you want to pay them? How do you want to handle this? All at once, they just scream, no, we're not paying them. When they stand up in unity and say, we'll go to war, it's really something, because they mean it.
It was a question of respect. Authorities believed it would be a bloodbath.
The Mongols, they don't control the whole system the way the Mexican Mafia does. And the Mexican Mafia is very patient and will wait until its opportunity arises, and then, a lot of people will die.
The Mongols vowed they would never surrender.
And let you know that a Mongol will always win. A Mongol will always come out on top. I will not lose. If I'm down, I'm going to get up and keep coming at you until I can't do it anymore.
In 2004, the outlaw biker gang, the Mongols, prepared to go to war with the most powerful gang in Southern California, the Mexican Mafia.
You got to remember, these are two giants. These are two giants that they live on pride and respect. And to ask for one or the other to bow down, it's just not going to happen.
I love to kick ass. I'll come at you with a smile, but I will fight you just because it's cloudy outside. You know what I mean? That's what I like to do.
The Mongols were no strangers to violence. The gang had been at war with their chief rival, the Hells Angels, for decades. It was a war that defined the Mongols' history and who they are today. The Mongols motorcycle gang originated in Montebello, California in 1970, naming themselves after the legendary army of conquerors led by Genghis Khan. In spite of their name, the Mongols had humble beginnings. Barred from joining the Hells Angels due to their Hispanic heritage, a half dozen came together to form the gang.
The original credo of the Mongols is that they were guys riding Harleys. That's really the genesis of it.
Like many of the original Mongols, former President Roger Penny was a Vietnam veteran.
Most of us had post-traumatic stress, but we didn't want to admit it because we wanted to forget about it, and we were disgraced. We were spit on when we came back in the airport. We were looking for a niche. A lot of these people haven't got families, so it's a family.
At first, their goals were simple: ride together, party together, and rebel against society. But they weren't just friends bucking convention. The gang quickly attracted members with criminal tendencies, and soon the label outlaw stuck to them. Reports of stabbings, shootings, and statutory rape followed the Mongols wherever they rode. As they grew in numbers, the Mongols began to encroach on the Northern California territory of the Hells Angels. Soon, these disaffected war veterans traded one battlefield for another as they went to war over turf with the Angels. It was a fight that started over a black and white patch. A Mongol's proudest possession is a patch displaying their club colors. Worn on their vests, it's split into 3 pieces with their logo in the middle.
Over the top, it says the name of the gang, and on the bottom, it says where they're from.
The Hells Angels claimed all of California as their territory and declared ownership of the state on their patch. Starting in the early 1970s, the Mongols also wanted to claim California and put the state name on their patch. The move infuriated the Hells Angels.
Well, the Hells Angels came to the Mongols and said, you need to take it off. And obviously that didn't go well with the members of the Mongols Motorcycle Club. And they basically told them, you know, off. That's how the first war started.
Clashes between the two gangs escalated from barroom skirmishes into bloodier and deadlier reprisals.
They're going to go from fighting on the street in drunken brawls to stabbing each other. From there, they're going to go to shooting each other. And from shooting each other, they'll go to bombing.
Nothing would be off limits in the two gangs' fierce struggle for power. Summer 1977, the Mongols held a funeral for two of their own killed outside San Diego by the Hells Angels. Just before the ceremony began, someone dropped off a bouquet of red and white carnations, the Hells Angels colors.
He sets them up near the deceased and proceeded down the street. Before anyone can do anything about it, the car that he had drove up in exploded.
3 Mongols were injured in the attack. 2 months later, the Angels struck again, setting off another bomb, this time in a Mongols bike shop in Los Angeles.
Somebody sent a motorcycle tire in there to have a flat fixed. Unfortunately, the only person working was the kid brother of a Mongol member. When the kid was changing the tire blew up. It blew up the whole building and killed the kid.
The Mongols retaliated. At a biker bar in Lemon Grove, California, 126 miles outside LA, 4 Mongols attacked and killed a ranking member of the Angels. Soon after that, the Mongols executed a Hells Angels chapter president. The executions of 2 higher-ups in the Angels organization set off shockwaves throughout the biker communities. In a series of meetings, top leadership came together and the 2 rival gangs made a pact. The Mongols could continue to wear the California patch, but agreed they would not open any new branches in Northern California. The Angels would leave Southern California to the Mongols. After a decade of bloodshed, the brutal turf war was over. But the constant battles had drained the Mongol nation of resources, men, and morale. By the early 1990s, their ranks dwindled to about 100 members, an all-time low.
The smart money was that they were on their way out.
Realizing that they were on the verge of extinction, the Mongols relaxed their recruitment standards to disastrous results. In 1998, an agent with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms was able to infiltrate the gang. For the next 2.5 years, the ATF built their case against the Mongols. In May 2000, more than 650 law enforcement agents raided the homes and offices of Mongol gang members throughout California, Colorado, Oklahoma, and Georgia.
They came to everybody's house and they threw their flashbang grenades and they yanked people out of their homes and what have you.
The operation nabbed 42 gang members on charges of arson, extortion, drug dealing, and murder. The raids failed to take down any of the Mongols' top leaders, and the gang was soon on the rebound, this time coming back even stronger. The ATF bust had been televised throughout Southern California, and the exposure proved to be good for Mongol recruitment.
I think we almost doubled in size. It's amazing how people come to you and want to join.
By 2001, the Mongols were back in business. Their rapid growth had them again looking to expand north, a move that was forbidden by their truce with the Hells Angels.
We wanted to start a chapter of the Mongols in San Jose, California. The Hells Angels were claiming Northern California as all theirs. According to them, that was their territory. We were to stay out of it.
The Mongols ignored the treaty and opened the branch, reigniting the two gangs' long-simmering rivalry.
soon after we started the San Jose chapter, we were having these little skirmishes with the Hells Angels, little boxing matches here and there. After a while, communication was cut off, okay? When one side no longer wants to negotiate or speak, you can bet there's trouble coming.
Laughlin, Nevada, April 27th, 2002. Tens of thousands of bikers